Welcome back to Law Factor Live. I'm here with MP Miller. We're talking about persons with special needs, and we've actually got a couple of comments. One particularly kind of got to us because someone said that they witnessed an incident that happened with MP, which wasn't a very nice one, and that's one of the reasons why MP is here, because we want to discuss some of those incidences. All right, and I think let's start with a couple of incidences of what's happened to you. Yeah.
I think people perceive you as being weak or different, and so they're rude and attack. I was in a restaurant, and I had trouble finding a place to sit, and it ended up escalating into me being called racist, and slavery days were finished. I don't know how it started, but I was absolutely shocked, because I mean, people that know me know I'm not racist. And I mean, I tried very hard not to cry.
What happened?
Well, there was 2 tables full of people, and then the only space that I could sit at was only 2 chairs left, but they were all squashed in. And I asked if they could please help me and pull out the chairs so that I could sit down. So he very kindly started to do that, and put the 1 chair, but then I couldn't get through to sit down because the little child was blocking the way. And so I asked the child if he could pull in his chair, but supposedly my tone of voice or the way I asked the child to move, the parents just erupted. Well, not really the mother, more the husband erupted, and I'm not supposed to talk to the child. And so he started carrying on, and then the next table over got involved, and that woman jumped up out of her chair and started talking about racist and slavery days were over, and it was really, really uncomfortable. And he stopped helping me and said he wasn't going to do anything to help because I had been so rude to his child. And then I think it was the gentleman that was with the other table that finished getting the chairs, and I sat down, and I just sat there quietly whilst all this was going on. Then when the 2 tables left, I asked the staff, I said, where did that come from? And they said they had no idea. But it was totally uncalled for. I was not rude. I could barely, that was in the early stages, I could barely walk through. I was not putting any weight on my foot. I was only walking on the 1 leg, and I was really, really tired. And then to be hit with that.
And you visibly had your crutches?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I was devastated.
Well, I want to actually stop you there, because I know how devastated you were, because we actually have someone on the telephone who said that they witnessed someone else being very unkind to you. And I have to say to the viewers that we did not know that this call was going to come. We were very surprised. So we have someone on the line. Hello, welcome to the Law Factor Live.
Hi, Delia.
Hi, I'm fine, thank you.
Boy, this is so unfortunate. I don't usually go to the supermarket so early, but that Saturday morning, which was last Saturday, I went in. And I was approaching the cashier. Impy was on the other line. And I looked across, and there was this young gentleman, well-groomed, you know. I mean, he would catch any lady's eye. And then I heard Impy, you know, quarreling. And when I looked, it was the same gentleman. He was standing directly behind her. I'm like, you know, you just never know people. And it was so sad because, I mean, she has her crutches. She can only move at a certain pace. You would figure somebody would understand that. You know, you have sisters, you have mothers, maybe you have a girlfriend. It can happen to anybody. And she was literally shaken.
Did you hear what transpired between the 2 of them, between the gentleman and MP, or what caused it?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what caused it, but from what I understood from the situation, because I was on the other line, she was moving too slow for him.
Right. Okay. Well, let's hear what Impy has to say. You stay on the line, caller. What happened, Impy?
I didn't hear what she was saying.
Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was saying that she didn't know exactly what happened, but she did see that he was upset with you, apparently because you were moving too slowly. What happened?
I had to buy something for the shop, and we were busy, so I decided I could handle that on my own. So I was using the shopping cart as a crutch, and my crutches were in the shopping cart. And it was only a few items, so I had them in the basket of the shopping cart. And so all the shopping cart is in front. And so I pulled up, and I couldn't reach the whole counter. So I was unloading my bits right where I could reach.
Caller, let me just ask you to please hold for me, okay? Don't go
Sure,
away,
that's not a
okay?
problem. That's not a
Right
problem.
where I could reach. And he walked up behind and put his 2 items down. And I said, "Excuse me, but I am here first." And I can't remember what he said, but I ignored him and I continued to unload my stuff. And then when the person in front had paid, I pushed the cart forwards so that I was in position to give my card, and they started ringing up my stuff. Well, then they picked up the drink that was his, and he said, "Oh, that's mine." And I said, "Oh, yes." And the sandwich is his. And I picked the sandwich up out of my stuff and put the sandwich back. Well, I wasn't supposed to touch his sandwich. And because I had touched his sandwich, he was absolutely furious. And so I said, "Can't you see that I am handicapped?" And he muttered something about me being white and him being black. And I was absolutely furious. I was so mad and so upset. I couldn't even write my check properly. My hands were shaking so bad. So I turned around and I told him, I said he was the rudest man I had ever met. And that I hoped he never had to go through being handicapped to find out how hard it is. And, you know, he was into this racist stuff. And I told him that I was St. Lucian, that I was born in St. Lucia. And then I was thinking, but it doesn't matter whether I'm white or black or whatever.
Exactly.
We're a tourist island. You can't treat white people the way he was behaving. And I was so mad and so upset. And I cried. When I went out to my car, I started crying. And I cried all the way back to my shop. I was so upset. The staff were worried about me, and one of the staff came out and helped me with the groceries and helped me put them into the car. And she said, "Are you all right to drive?" And I said, "Yes, I'll be all right." But I was absolutely shaken that somebody, well dressed as he was, could be so nasty. And he had 2 items, but obviously I was being too slow.
I'm really disgusted to hear that. Now, our caller on the line, do you mind giving me your name?
It's Suzette.
Suzette. Well, Suzette, thank you so much for holding on,
You're very
for
welcome.
calling, for emailing, and I want to give you a gift. I would like to give you one of the vouchers I have for Charthouse Restaurant and Bar.
Oh,
It's a
thank you.
$150 voucher. You stay on the line, and the producer will get your information for you.
Okay, thanks. I
But
just
thank
want to
you
tell MP to be strong.
She says that to
Okay, you will
encourage you
get
to
some
be
of those
strong.
people. Don't let them
Thank you.
break you.
And you will get
Because
some people like that, but don't let them upset you.
After that incident, it
All right,
makes
Suzette, let me
me
say goodnight to you now.
Okay,
Thank you
then.
so much.
No problem.
after
You're
that
welcome.
incident, it makes me not want to go out and challenge myself and try to do things for myself. But I've mentioned 2 hard, very rude incidences. There have been some absolutely wonderful people.
All right, and we're going to be talking about those wonderful people when we come back from the break. So here's a reminder of tonight's giveaway. Where exactly is Charthouse Restaurant and Bar located, and what do they specialize in? The winner will be chosen tonight, and they'll receive a voucher for $150 to dine at Charthouse. And the second question tonight, what is Ladera Resort doing every Sunday in October to celebrate Je ne Curl month? And what time does it take place? And the winner will receive a Sunday treat at Ladera in October. When we return, a special guest joins us on the DFL set. See you soon.